overlapping with my foot, and I need this sarcomere to shorten, because that's what contraction is, okay? Would I be able to do that with the muscle now? Actually, between here and here, you would get a much better contraction. The contraction would be much better.
So, we need more muscle than stretch, because I always kind of feel like when you stretch, it reduces your muscle ability to contract it quickly or be more strong.
Depending upon the amount of stretch. If stretching is taken too far, it's good when starting an activity, it's a good idea to do something for warm-up. However, there are times that you can actually stretch a muscle too far. See the difference between here and here with thin filament? This would be the case where it's like really, really stretched, and it takes a lot to make it begin to contract. You see the differences there? Okay? Now, depending upon certain sports, some might be preferred over the others, okay? But let's say, because I think did they give an example? No. Okay, so say for example, a football player. What kind of sport do you play? I would think that could probably apply to soccer, because this way you wouldn't be. Okay, I can see that. I can see that. Yeah. This might be stretching that a football player might do. Okay. To be ready to take all the hits they've got to take. Okay? This right here would probably be optimal for someone with soccer. Yeah. So, the amount of overlap that you would have with those thin filaments will actually affect the contraction. So you think about people who are not very active. What happens with their muscles? They're tight, okay? Not a lot of blood flow, all right? You take people who are somewhat active, okay? Muscle pain, joint pain, all that sort of stuff actually decreases if they're a little bit active. The reason for that, you're increasing the blood flow. And that's what some of those little TENS units do. Those little TENS units will increase the blood flow and supposedly help the muscles. When we say that muscles contract, we're going to say that it can be isometric or isotonic, same. Metric means length, tonic means tension. So, every time I talk about this and talk about being old, okay, when I was growing up, now first of all, okay, there were only 3 channels on TV. And you had to stand there, like your sister or whatever, one of you had to stand there and hold the little bunny ear antenna at the right direction so you could see TV. Okay? I kid you not. I lived that. Okay? I lived the time when the phone was on the wall with the cord, okay? And oh boy, when you got the long cord, you were really good because you could go around the corner like a parent still on their phone with. But there was this man who would do exercise. He would come on every day. I think about lunch before the soap opera came on. Yeah. So anyway, Jack LaLanne, I think was his name, and he had an exercise program. All right, and his exercise program was literally squeezing and releasing muscles of the body. Yeah, every day, Mom has to do that. So anyway, okay, so he was applying these methods of exercise. When it's isometric, length stays the same. There's no change in length, but my tension can increase where I'm holding it still. This type of contraction is excellent for the muscles that are helping you maintain your posture. Muscles of the deep body are going to be isometric. Isotonic, change in length, but tension might be constant. Okay? This is the same weight every time that I move it. Might pick this up, moving it. Okay? So I'm not adding any more weight. So, when we look at isotonic, these are the ones that are good for helping us with movement. We can say that it's concentric, where it overcomes opposing resistance and muscles shorten. Okay, I'm actually picking it up, overcoming the force for that. Eccentric, tension is maintained, but my muscle will lengthen. Alright? These movements, because muscle has tone. Now let me tell you that one. When muscle is at rest, inside of that muscle fiber is negative. Outside is positive. Because I have a difference in my charges, this makes it ready to do something, and therefore it has tone. You want to think about it in relationship to how you're probably thinking in your head of somebody with muscle tone. Alright? What comes to your mind when you think about somebody with muscle tone?
They look like that. Little skin.
Think about the bodybuilder. You think about the athlete. Okay? You think about the person that you may see very defined muscles. Okay? Where it does look like that. Okay? What have they done to get it that way?
A lot.
They have worked out a lot. And if they're doing that, are there other things about them that are increased? They've got more muscle mass.
More weight.
Everything is going to be improved. Heart rate, breathing rate, everything.
What happened to Arnold?
Huh?
What happened to Arnold? We got an off-road heart pump and steroids.
Like, oh no,
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, you do that? Yeah. The ones that are the steroids that are regular from our body are great. Okay? But those ones that are the antibiotics, the ones that are taken or injected or something, are very detrimental. Yeah, which we've seen. You know, there's no denying that. He's been in the hospital, something happened?
There's a lot of really complicated.
Really?
Yeah. Once they were about like a month.
Oh, wow.
Oh, he had a heart. I think he had a heart attack. Yeah, he had a heart attack. But he had his heart replaced like 4 weeks ago. That's a while ago.
Oh,
basically replaces your body's ability to produce testosterone in like growth hormone because your body doesn't even make it until injecting it.
And do you happen to know, since you've mentioned that, do you happen to know what role those hormones might play in the development of muscle? Growth hormone, which you'll learn in part 2, that's a term a lot of times we simply associate with growing, meaning that once a child has reached their full height, we think it's not needed. Actually, growth hormone is needed all the time, 24/7, okay? Now, males are going to have more muscle mass because of testosterone, all right? Because testosterone is something that contributes to the muscle mass for the men, okay? Women, we have to work much harder at it, okay? But you see women who do those, what's the term I'm looking for? The name of those steroids. But y'all know which ones I mean, right? Not the natural ones, the ones that are made, man-made or whatever, okay? So, yes, hormones are very important. They do affect the muscle mass. So this is basically a table of the types of contractions that we've mentioned and how we get to them. The ones looking at treppy, looking at tetanus, isometric, isotonic, just giving you another breakdown of these movements of the contractions. Now, something that occurs when we use our muscles. When we use our muscles, they fatigue. Now, don't forget that we've got 3 types of muscle, okay? Skeletal, cardiac, smooth. Some of the muscle, all right, especially cardiac, we cannot have it fatigue. I mean, if it does, you're probably not going to know it anyway, okay? Smooth muscle, like I keep saying, it's its own little thing, okay? Yes. And in skeletal muscle, all right, in skeletal muscle, these bigger, larger muscles, they will fatigue, okay? That's just point blank. When something fatigues, it's a decreased capacity for it to work. Believe it or not, psychological fatigue affects muscles just like the working out of a muscle does. When you're under extreme stressors in your life, you are tense probably all over the body. And it affects the muscle just like movement does. When we have the muscles in use, the amount of ATP that's required for the muscles to contract is extreme, all right? And when ATP gets depleted, well, muscles are going to fatigue. When something happens at the junction, the neuromuscular junction, that might affect acetylcholine or acetylcholinesterase rate, if something happens to those chemicals of the neuromuscular junction, muscles can fatigue. Now, fatigue in muscles, okay, we're going to find that the dependence on ATP, the skeletal muscle system uses tremendous amounts of ATP. Therefore, the need for nutrients in your body when the muscle